Morning, everyone. I hope everyone's doing okay this morning. I know everyone is still shaken from last weekend. I'm still shaken from last weekend, and to know that there's another round of storms coming really, honestly, scares me to death. And then God reminded me of His might and His power, and He reminded me of a few verses this morning that comforted me and gave me strength and hope and made me realize that He is the one in control. And I wanted to share those verses with you this morning. Maybe you can get a little comfort out of them as well. We know that no matter what happens, He is in control, and we have to have faith in that. These storms and faith reminded me of when Jesus walked on water in Matthew, and when Peter lost his faith, he began to sink. So it's important that we keep our faith in Him and that our focus stays on Him and not these storms. I'm going to read to you Matthew 14:22. Starting right there. It says, "And straightway Jesus constrained His disciples to get into a ship, and to go before Him unto the other side, while He sent the multitude away. And when He had sent the multitude away, He went up into the mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, He was there alone. But the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary." That reminds me of us in these tornadoes. Being in the middle of it and keeping our focus on Him, that's what's important. He's right there. We've got to remember that. I need to remember that. "And in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went unto them, walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw Him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, It is a spirit, and they cried out for fear. But straightway Jesus spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer. It is I, be not afraid." He's saying that to us in all situations in life. Be not afraid. He didn't say that was easy. He's telling us, don't be afraid. He's right here with us. He's going to carry us through. Let's keep our focus on that today, instead of the impending weather. Peter answered Him and said, Lord, if it be Thou, bid me come unto Thee on the water. Verse 29 says, "And He said, Come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid." We all have fear. It's letting that fear take hold of us that causes the lack of faith. This is me as well. Sometimes I get overwhelmed with that, and then I remember that doesn't help anything. Clinging to Jesus' promises and knowing that He's here and knowing that He holds us. And that calms my inner storm, and knowing that this impending storm that's coming, He's in control of, and He'll carry us through. "And beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. And immediately Jesus stretched forth His hand, just like He does to us. And He caught him and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt?" I'm super guilty of that. And then God reminds me, I'm right here. Stop doubting. I'm right here. And when they were come into the ship, the wind ceased. When we cling to Jesus, the storm inside us, the fear, the anxiety, it stops. When we truly cling to Him and we truly focus on Him and nothing else, that is what calms us. That's what centers us and brings us peace. And when they that were in the ship came and worshipped him, saying, Of a truth, thou art the Son of God. There is another verse I want to share with y'all, just to calm the fear that might be stirring inside of you this morning. It is out of Psalm 107, verse 28. The heading on the top right here is Deliverance from Storms. 28 says, And then they cry unto the Lord in their trouble, and he bringeth them out of their distress. That's his promise to us. He's going to deliver us. He maketh the storm a calm. How appropriate is that for today? He maketh the storm a calm. He's going to calm it. We're all going to make it through, so that the waves thereof are still. Then are they glad, because they will be quiet. So he bringeth them unto their desired haven. Oh, that men would praise the Lord for his goodness, and for his wonderful works to the children of men. That's very comforting to me. His words are always comforting to me. Knowing I need to take a deep breath, knowing that he's here, and that everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be just fine. And of course, Psalm 62 is always good for an anxious heart. Psalm 62:5 says, My soul wait thou only upon God, for my expectation is from him. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defiance. I shall not be moved. In God is my salvation and my glory. The rock of my strength and my refuge is in God. Y'all, please stay safe today. There's many places open for shelters, Hattiesburg, Laurel. Please pray. Pray that God lets this pass over. If you need a place, we're always open here. And just know that God is going to carry us through. Cling to him for strength, for wisdom, every day, all day, especially during the storms. And thank him in advance for his deliverance. Everything's going to be all right. And I will see y'all later.